YouTube, it's Visionary Wizard here. I'm going to show you how to set up a photo booth for selling things on eBay. We're going to use this area of my house, which I have all blocked off for the area, and I have the window covered for now, since not everyone's house is going to be well lit, and I have my blinds closed and everything, and we're going to go to the store and get the materials. So here I am at Walmart, and there's a bunch of different options. You can get something like this. It's a felt fabric cut. We also got like there's various bolts of cloths and stuff. You want something white, got like that up there. Some flannel over here. Some other bolts over here with patterns on it. The cheaper the better though, usually. Here's something that's kind of glossy, you know, that will reflect light better. That's $2.97 a yard. You got all kinds of stuff right here. $1.97 a yard. Some of this is see-through though, which if you got something behind what you're going to be hanging it on, wouldn't be a good option. Then there's like fleece, which gets pretty costly quickly. There's also other options, like you can always go with like paper from the crafts department or school supplies or whatever, and poster board and things like that. We'll go look over there in a minute. Right here you got banner paper and you know, poster board and big old sheets of just paper, which works nicely and is really cheap at 33 cents a page. Poster board, which is okay and kind of reflective, so that'd help with lighting as well. Poster board's nice because it's pretty reflective stuff too, which is nice. Like you could put it on the ground, put your item on that, and then hang up some like fleece or something behind it on the wall. Use that for your, partly for lighting and to put your item on, and then use some fabric behind it as like a backdrop, and it costs you like, I don't know, about 10 bucks. Set up a little photo booth basically. Figured before I go back in my house and get back to this video, I would share a little bit about myself. I know I look young. I'm actually pushing 40. Been dealing with eBay on and off since I was in my teens almost. I first started out selling Ultima Online accounts way a long time ago, when eBay allowed that kind of thing. I used to make really good money doing that, like getting between $500 to $1,000 an account, and that was really awesome. Yeah, I used that to pay my rent when I was really young, and they quit allowing that a long time ago, and I was sold on that, doing eBay a long time ago because of that. And I started looking for other things to sell on there, so I started hitting up like local auctions and thrift stores and stuff, and just finding things to sell, you know. Got into all kinds of different things, you know, like toys, and I found video games to be pretty good, and I was always into video games. Electronics, and just kept going with it, and I've always found it fun. I've had tons of accounts on there over the years, but on and off I quit doing it here and there. Lost access to some of my accounts, so you know how it goes, losing passwords and email addresses and all that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm just getting back into it again. After my kids were born, I quit for quite a while. They're getting older now, and I figured I'd get back into it again. So here I am, getting ready to get all geared up again. I don't have much for inventory, so been hitting up thrift shops and all that. Jeez. Yep, so I'll get back to this video. Yeah. Oop. So here's what we got. Some of it I already had, some of it we're going to be using today, some we don't need. We're going to be using those 2 blankets, possibly that roll of paper, that piece of cardboard, and this white piece of paper here, as well as this wine rack, and those lights, and maybe that staple gun, which I already had, the lights and the staple gun. But not that tape gun, we don't need that, but I did buy that today. So I know what I threw together here wasn't all that perfect. For me, this is just a temporary solution. And I'm not really trying my best to get a quality setup here. I'm working on something more permanent at my house, and yeah, so you can do better, just be creative. Or, you can even do cheaper if you want. You could use a cardboard box and line it with white paper if you wanted to, and light it up with a flashlight, if that's all you got to use. But as long as you use what you have available to you, you should get better quality pictures than a lot of people will use. Sometimes you just gotta work with what you have, and it's understandable. What you want to try to avoid is like having garbage in the background of your pictures. Like you'll see on eBay, like people have something they took a picture of on their coffee table and it's got a big old mess in the picture. You want to eliminate that stuff. Just have the item with decent lighting, and you're just trying to do that basically.